I just hosted a jazz club themed party for my oldest daughter who's getting married this summer. It was an engagement party, and aside from the mashed potato martini bar, which was the thing that was honestly the biggest hit from the party, and I do have a video on how to host a jazz club themed party, so go ahead and check that out. But aside from the mashed potato martini bar, these tinsel palm trees were definitely the belle of the ball. And so I thought I might as well show people how to make them. The poles and the pots that we made for these are going to turn into string light holders on our property that match our barn. So I will take you through the entire process of how I did it. I got my poles, unfortunately, from a catastrophe from a craft show tent that I used to do arts festivals and stuff like that for my artwork. But once my tent hit the dust, I took that as a sign that I should probably move on. So I, much to my husband's chagrin, kept these poles, these broken poles. So I was able to reuse them, and you can go to the hardware store and get either pipes or like metal pipes, or you can get PVC pipes. Just make sure that they are actual pipes, because you'll want to have that hollow center, because as you'll see later, we will be putting the palm trees into that hollow center. And then once we're done, I will put a hook to be able to hold the string lights. Hi everybody, I am Bethany Baldwin, and I'm a huge fan of decorating with repurposable or reusable or resellable things that aren't not perishable for your parties and your gatherings. So get on Facebook Marketplace. There's a lot of free stuff. If you're hosting a party, if you're doing something, just check out whether or not you can get stuff for free or even borrow things. Make a post and ask someone if they have something that you can borrow. Let's be frugal. But I love the repurposing of the palm trees here. Showing you some pictures from the party. I have 6 palm trees that I made. 2 of them were 10 feet and 4 of them were 8 feet high. The pots that I picked match my house. So I had in mind, like, where am I going to use these? And they match my farmhouse. They were $18 at the local hardware store. And then we used quick mix cement. My husband and one of my sons used 2 bags of cement. Actually, I think it was about 1.5 for the 6 that we made. And I know it's a little bit of labor, but again, I'm going to reuse them in my yard. We did decide to make it so that we can pull the poles out. We didn't actually put like nails or screws or anything. A lot of the tutorials online will have you make it so that the poles are permanent. But unless someone is going to pick it up and bump it or mess with it, we wanted to be able to store them in the winter, because we live in Ohio and Ohio winters destroy everything. So we actually made them so the poles were removable. Just some decorating advice. When you go to pick anything for your house or even for your yard, if you can tell that it's fake and can't afford the real version, like something that's really cast iron or something that's really cement or porcelain or something, it's better to just go for the plastic. And so these were just like a matte finish plastic black. They're just really simple. They're not trying to be something that they aren't, but they're really just classy. You want to go for classy and what's the word I'm looking for? High end, yes. So the pots matched both my house and the party. And you'll want to spray paint the pipes that you used also to match the party. And because the party was like modern and super cool, I wanted it to feel like a southern, vintage white Christmas kind of jazz club feel. So I spray painted them black. But if you want to have it match, say you want to have like a birthday party and have pink palm trees with pink tinsel, that would be fantastic. It would be stunning. Go ahead and paint those palm trees pink, and then you can spray paint the black to match your house later, as long as your pots. You probably don't want to spray paint those pots, but you will need 1 package of garland for each palm branch, and you will have enough left over that there's like 1.5 feet left over. And so if you're calculating, you could use 3 or 4 of the ends to make a couple more branches. I purchased the tinsel garland on Amazon. You might be tempted when it comes, it has the sticky, remove the tape and there's like a little sticky strip. Do not use that. Do not count on it. You'll have to use a hot glue gun. It's the only thing that worked. We found out the hard way the night before the party that not only had all of that sticky come off, but they were sticking to each other and we had to redo our palm trees. So I know it's cumbersome to use a hot glue gun. You'll want to use it on low so you don't burn yourself, and just do short sections of hot glue so that you have enough time to fold the garland over and it'll stick to itself. And also on the very ends, do have a little bit of the extra garland. That way you can rewrap it, fold over, and then tuck it in. That way it's not dangerous. You don't have that really sharp raw edge. And you might want to straighten out the wire a little bit. It comes in like a big round coil. So before you put the tinsel on, straighten it out. And then after the garland goes on, you'll do a little snip in the center so that it cuts and folds a little better, and you're going to bend it straight up and pinch it as tight as you can. You'll want to try to shake the branch as much as you can before you put it in. And then once you get all 3 of those palm branches in the top of the pole, you can bend and move them to look a little bit more organic. Have like 1 or 2 that aims to be really, really high, and then the other ones, fan them out and have them be low. This will absolutely be the focal point of your party. So again, maybe don't just get green, get something really creative and fun. There was an adorable 6-year-old boy that showed up at the party, and he looked around and he looks at me and he goes, "How did you pay for all of this?" And bless his little heart. I told him it was tinsel from Amazon and it's gonna go straight in the dumpster and it's not expensive, and he felt good and so did I. All right, so those are our palm trees. I do have a video explaining the first step and how to have a perfect party. I have a lot of parties. The easiest way to make your space exactly what you want it to be so you're confident enough to have an amazing party. So check out that video, and then there's a link to get the free guide so that you can have an amazing party too. And if there are any things that I missed, questions or comments, put them below. And thank you for watching.